Okay, Culinary Foundations, let's talk about our new unit. This is going to be a rather large unit, which is why it's been taking me forever to get it organized. But I did want to say that I'm going to put your cookbook right here if you want to see the recipes ahead of time. However, just so you know, the cookbook itself is very long, and you don't have to make all of these. It's like 50 pages, but obviously you're not making all of them. So in the first one, you get to pick one of the things made in a microwave in order to cook that one. So that's next week's assignment. So you might want to look at that now and get some of those ingredients ready. If you cannot make those, let me go back. If you cannot make those recipes when they are due, I need to know at least 2 days before the due date so I can give you an alternative assignment. If you know way ahead of time, I can do that whenever you know, but I do have to individually assign you those, so I can't just say, look in this folder and do that assignment. Please let me know. Okay, so like I said, Unit 3 is rather large. Here's kind of the overview. It's just, it's giant. Because this is just a cooking class, this is what it's broken down into. So you'll start here and watch the instructions, which is what I'm giving you now. So you did great. And then we are in week 6. So, sorry, you're going to watch this Ed puzzle about how to measure ingredients. I did put a note here that all Ed puzzles will be taken for a grade. So you have to complete until the end, and you do have to answer all the questions. If you skip, it's going to tell me that you've completed a percentage of it, and then that percentage is what your grade is going to end up being. I hope that made sense. Let's go back to 6. So this is this week. Oh, all right, let's go next. Okay, then after you watch the video, now you have some measuring practice. You should be able, you should be able to do all these measurements based on what was in the video. If you come to something you don't know, you can always Google it, but like I said, this is not brand new information if you watch that video. So on the first line of the method, you're going to choose out of the letters down here, and on the second line, the utensil, this is over here. So for example, the margarine or butter, we use stick butter, so you're going to use D for the knives, excuse me, and the method would be the stick method, you cut on lines, that's B. So I just gave you the first one if you watch this video. That's easy enough. Okay, back here. It's weird that it's making me do this every time. Okay, this is a little longer assignment, but it is kind of fun. It's interactive, and I keep doing that. And you'll have to use the links and the videos in order to help you complete. So each one of these is something to do, and it's a lot of just clicking and dragging. So you click the tools, and you click the and you label them. Here's just a click and drag to fill in the blanks. This one will have a video, and so it's about the excuse me, the KitchenAid mixer. And so you'll click on that to get the link for the video. I feel like this is pretty self-explanatory. This is the compare and contrast the difference between a colander and strainer. And each of these has a link to it so that you can read a little more about that. About cutting boards, then we have cutting tools. Oh, and then this is a game. There's a couple of games in here, and you will just screenshot your scores and you put them right here. A video about skillets. So learn all the different kinds of skillets. The difference between saucepans, pots, and Dutch ovens. This one's another game. So you click that and play the game and put in the screenshot. And then the last but not least is a Quizlet. So I suggested doing the matching, but you can play any of the games to review all of this and put the screenshot here. Okay. Okay, maybe I just need to, yeah. Okay, this is, and we talk about this in my class in middle school, so I hope this isn't the first time you're hearing about Gallon Man. But this is Gallon Man and equivalents. It's something that is super easy to learn and memorize, and then you'll know how to have things, how to double things, and then it's an easier way to memorize how many pints are in a gallon, how many cups are in a pint, how many, you get the idea. So if you don't know about Gallon Man, I highly suggest taking a few notes on this just to kind of have it next to you, because it can always come in handy on a test. And then last but not least is just a little bit of conversion practice. So it's not very long, but it is about halving and doubling recipes, and you'll have to use you can use your Gallon Man, you can use the video and the notes you wrote down, or you can just Google it. But be careful, because sometimes when you Google or sometimes when you use your calculator, it's going to give you a decimal. And we never use decimals in cooking. We never use decimals in cooking as far as Americanized cooking. So if you have any questions about any of these, please let me know. It's a pretty easy week. And then we start really cooking next week in our microwave and conventional cooking methods. So we have a microwave lab and then you have a cookie lab. 2 labs next week. Okay, I hope you enjoy, and ask if you have any questions.